Google Ads might be the most powerful advertising platform in the history of marketing. In this video, we're going to explain how that's relevant to wealth advisors and independent RIAs and give you some strategies that you can implement to grow your assets under management. The core of Google Ads is showing up as a search result for people that are searching online. So the most simplistic explanation that we can give is if someone types financial advisor, insert your metro region, there are a collection of links that will show up as the top results to that query. Now, some of those results are showing up organically or basically without paying by optimizing their website to indicate that they're the best answer to that question to Google. But you can pay to be the very top spot, which is one format of a Google search ad. The value of this is that you can get really precise in your targeting, not only focusing on specific keywords that will yield high quality traffic to your website, but also control for things like gender, socioeconomic status, specific geographies, and get really, really particular about who you want visiting your website. The most conventional approach to this type of advertising is something called pay per click or PPC, in which you tell Google that you're willing to pay a specific value for a single click to your website in the context of a total budget that you're willing to spend per day or per week or just in total. In order to feel confident calculating what that number looks like, you need to have a pretty well-built website. If your website isn't built to convert, doesn't have your phone number on it, has a clunky contact form, maybe you don't collect enough information or validate that it's a person versus a spam bot, then you run the risk of wasting a ton of money on a Google Ads program. But if you've done those appropriate first steps, then this can be a really powerful tool, which brings us to the first step to success in a Google Ads campaign: specific hyper-targeted keywords. We don't want to start with a campaign that just says financial planner or retirement advice, insert area. We can get there once we've built some credibility, have some brand authority, and some other pieces in place. What we'd rather start on is a really specific niche that you serve. If you work with a specific profession, a specific age group, maybe you specialize in business succession planning or in divorce finance consulting, we want to target those keywords that have the lowest rate of competition, yet still represent high intent traffic. And that's the overall value of Google, is that it has the highest intent traffic of any marketing platform. Other folks will run ads on Facebook or TikTok or LinkedIn, and on those platforms, people are going to consume content, be entertained, connect, network. They have other objectives. But when someone's putting that specific Google search in, they have high intent to find an answer or a solution to their problem. As a result, the leads generated from Google tend to be more expensive, but also often have a higher close rate, a higher likelihood of becoming a client for your RIA or wealth advising practice. The way to make sure that you don't waste too much of your budget on uninterested or unqualified leads is to really dial in those keywords and the other specifications of who you want to show up as a search result for. The next step to a successful Google Ads campaign for a wealth advisor is testing your marketing copy. Marketing copy are the words that you write, the images that represent you in your actual advertising campaign. Get the opportunity to have a little chunk of text and a headline that represents your web page that you're driving traffic to. It needs to be compelling. It needs to speak directly to the pain point, to the problem that your client is trying to solve. We know that a long-term care planning client is going to look very different than someone who's looking to save for their kids' college fund. You need to have hyper specificity to that problem and probably an accompanying landing page specific to that issue. If you just have one landing page and you're driving traffic for college saving and retirement planning and business succession planning all to that same page, you're going to struggle on multiple fronts. First of all, you're not going to know precisely which of those campaigns is actually yielding the best leads for you, but you're also going to have a conversion issue because you're not going to have marketing copy tailored to the click and the attention that you're pursuing. So you need to be really strategic from the keywords all the way down to the words that that lead is consuming through your marketing funnel. And finally, you need to be really diligent and disciplined about tracking every lead, every prospect, every meeting that occurs as a result of this funnel. Sophisticated marketers can take that data back from your actual sales process, which is you on the Zoom call or in person, having the conversation, uncovering the need, laying out a financial plan, a strategy, and closing that client. They're really good at taking that data back up into their campaigns and dialing in the performance of the Google ad campaign to be even more precise and relevant to the people that you're able to close. So if sales isn't talking to marketing and they're both in two different silos, your Google Ads campaign is not going to flourish. There's a bunch of other small nuances that we lay out in our weekly newsletter, AUM Growth Weekly. You can sign up for in the description of this video. But if you'd like to talk about running pay-per-click campaigns for your RIA, reach out to us at aumgrowthmarketing.com.